Morning, guys. It is time for our class. So, we will be using a blanket, two blocks, and a strap. You can always use a jumping rope or a strap. You can use a belt, bathrobe, or a long belt, or a scarf. You could use books instead of props. And if you don't have any of those, you can use a blanket. So those are really good options. Um, okay, so we will start off on our backs and just allow yourself to settle into your space. For today's practice, we're going to be working on the heart and simultaneously grounding with a lot of grounding poses and a lot of grounding breath work. If you'd like, I invite you to, on each inhale, to inhale so and exhale hum. So hum is I am. I am that. I am love. I am patience. I am grounded. I am peace. Whatever you want that to be. And then inhale so. Exhale hum. Let's take the breath. Take a nice big inhale. Open your mouth, let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale fully and completely. Open the mouth, release. This time, sigh it out and make a sound. So inhale, exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now find your breath through the nose and out the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Continue and feel the breath. Feel the air kind of brushing through the nose hairs, brushing through the passage waves, the sinus cavities, filling up in the tummy, traveling up and out of the nose. Take a couple more. And now we're going to begin with Samavriti. It's the same breath when translated. So we're going to inhale to the count of 4. Pause for 4. Exhale 4. Pause 4. And then begin again. Inhale for 4. So this breath is also called box breathing. And what helps is, for me, I visualize a box. Inhale for 5. Pause for 5. Exhale for 5. And then again. So I just make a box with my mind for each breath and each pause. That helps me. You could take it or leave it. So we'll begin. Take an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 2, 3, 1. Continue on your own pace. One more time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to your regular breathing. Feel the breath, creating a rise and fall in the chest. And then start to notice your jaw. Release the jaw. Try not to over effort in breath work. It takes away the effect. So if anything feels strenuous or difficult, if you're over efforting, then take a moment to notice that and then pause and step back a little. So we don't have to force or strain. Come back to your breath. So exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. We're going to take one more round of Samavriti. This time, if you'd like to take it up to 5, you can. Otherwise, I'll stay to 4 counts. So let's inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back to your regular breathing. Keep that mantra with the breath, if that's what you like. And then, if you haven't done so already, let's take your knees, bend your knees, plant your feet onto the floor. Continue that breath. So, hum. And now we'll begin to cultivate our Ujjayi breath, where we slightly constrict the back of the throat, creating an ocean-like sound for us to hear. Taking an inhale and exhale. You feel a soft whisper in the throat. It's just like you're fogging out a window or glasses. Some people like to call this ocean breathing or Darth Vader breathing, since it creates that type of noise in the back of the throat. If you feel comfortable with allowing your mouth to open during these breaths, you can definitely do so. So we could do it together. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You could try closing your mouth or keeping your mouth open. Relax the jaw. Slowly bring your knees into your chest and take your knees in a circle and push the low back down. So creating circles with your knees as if your knees are drawing circles on the ceiling. Really just getting the hip joints, the hip sockets used to what we're going to do, or preparing them, oiling them up. And take your knees to the opposite direction. And you feel your low back being massaged. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Keep your hands onto your right knee. Stretch the left leg down long. And then as soon as you stretch the left leg down, flex the toes so the toes go up towards the ceiling, and then you'll notice that there's an inner thigh. The inner thigh is being pulled down. So we'll release that foot, and we'll notice that the inner thigh becomes loose and the foot splays out to the left side. But when we flex the left leg, then we feel a drawing in of that left inner thigh. Good. So keeping your hands on your right knee, now take your right knee separately into a circle, and then you can place your left hand on your left hip. Now go the opposite direction. And then, are we still breathing here? Checking in with the breath. Bring your knee back to center. Take your right knee out to the right side. And then bring it back in, and now cross it over to the left. Center, out to the right, center, into the left. Keep going. Bring it back to center, stay here. Hold on to the shin, the knee. Lift the left leg off the floor, hover. And now option to lift both shoulder blades off the mat. Keep the breath. And then exhale, lower the head down, stretch the right leg, flex the right leg, and then bend the left knee into the chest. Take those circles. And then go the opposite direction. How is your breath here? Knee into center, open it up out to the left, center, and then in to the right. Continue. And then pair your inhales and your exhales here. So inhale out, exhale in, inhale. Come back to center with that knee. Hover the right leg off the mat. Hold on to the left knee. Stay here, or option to lift both shoulder blades off the mat. Find your breath. And then lower down all the way here. Grab onto your strap. I forgot, did I tell you? Yeah, no, I told you that we are going to use the strap. So grab onto your strap or belt, whatever it is that you are using for a yoga strap. And then place the ball of the foot into the strap. Hold on with each hand, each side of the strap. Don't hold both straps in one hand. Flex the left leg, and you can always keep this left leg bent, and then bend and straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend, inhale, straighten. And then keep it straight as you can. Take into your right hand, so both straps in the right hand, and then open and then cross the leg. Inhale, exhale, cross. Inhale, open, exhale, cross. Take it into center and then switch. Left ball of the foot, right foot down. Option to keep this knee bent or to straighten it. Bend, exhale, inhale, straighten. Take it up. Take both straps into your left hand and then open and cross the leg. Match the inhales with the crossing. The exhales when you open. And then bring the leg back to center. Take the foot out. Hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And now we'll take the feet down. And here you'll want either a block or a blanket in between your thighs. So I'm going to use my block, and I'm going to place my block horizontally in between thighs. Yes? Okay. You can also use a blanket if you don't have a block, and it will work the same way. Okay? So I'll just demo with the blanket. So here you're going to check down and make sure your feet are at least hip width distance apart. And you want to press your inner feet and your outer feet down into the mat. Now, come and become aware of your thighs here. And now squeeze the thighs into the blanket. Keep that squeezing, and then on an inhale, lift your hips up. Good. Exhale, lower hips. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale up. Stay here. Press the feet down. Squeeze the thighs into the blanket. And maybe you crawl your shoulder blades underneath you. Good. You can grab the outside edges of the mat and really get that chest opening, that heart opening. Feel the inner thighs spinning down. Feel the chest opening. The shoulder blades squeeze into the chest. And then exhale, lower your hips down. Take the blanket or whatever was in between your thighs out. Bring your knees into your chest. Make your arms into a cactus. Knees into chest. Lift your hips over to the left and roll your knees to your right. Coming into a simple twist here. Maybe your right hand falls on top of your left knee. Find your breath here. So, hum. Knees come back to center. Lift your hips over to your right. Take the knees over to your left. Again, you can bring the left hand onto your top knee. Knees back to center. Take your feet down, readjust your hips. tabletop the legs here. So this is going to be our last lying down sequence. Tabletop the legs so that the shins are parallel to the ceiling. Bring your hands underneath your head. Attention to the belly button. Drop in and up to engage the core. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift the chest forward. Come back down. Inhale, exhale up. Keep going. 5. Good job. Maybe move your knees right and left. Come back to center, tabletop the legs, and we're going to do that again. Bring your hands underneath the head. Firm the belly into the back body. On an inhale, exhale, lift the head. Keep going. Pause when you stay up, when you come up. Straighten the right leg. Bring it back. Straighten the left. Bring it back. Lower. Again. Lower right, lower left. Come back. Lower. Lower right, lower left. Come back down. Good. One more just like that. Inhale, exhale. Lift your shoulder blades off. Hover the right. Bring it back. Hover the left. Come back. Inhale, exhale. Right, left, lower. Inhale, exhale. Lower one more time. Oops, I messed up. Come back down. It's okay. Rock right and left. Roll onto your right side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Take a moment in fetal position. Use your top hand to push yourself up to seated, and then make your way into all fours, and then bring your blocks up to frame the front of your mat. Hands under shoulders, hips under knees. Coming into cow. Reach your chest forward, broaden out through the collarbone, and then stretch back for cat. Reach that spine to the ceiling. Inhale, press the shoulder blades into the chest. Exhale, round and ground. The hands and the tops of the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. And then seeing if you have some wiggles or some needed movements that you need to make in this cat-cow. Maybe you need to waggle your hips side to side. Maybe you need to knock your head side to side. Whatever it is you feel you need to do. Come back to a neutral spine. Straighten your right leg back. Your toes are curled underneath, so your foot is automatically flexed here. And now let's get into calf stretches here. So we'll push back and then come forward and then push and then push the heel back. Good. Bring the knee back in. Left foot curled under. And again, we're going to come into our calf stretches. Stretch the calf. Pull the heel back. One more time. And bring your knee back to center. Okay, so if you find that your elbows are locking up, let's micro bend them just a little bit here. We're gonna straighten the right leg, do the same we did with the curled under. We're gonna engage the core, so we're gonna firm the belly into the back body, and we're gonna lift the right leg off the floor. You're gonna keep that heel level with the hip, so it's not gonna go higher. Pause. And then straighten your left arm forward. So it's a lot of core work. There's a lot of balance. And we use a lot of breath. Lower the left hand, bring the right knee back. Doing the opposite side. Left leg stretches back, curl the toes underneath you. Draw the navel in and up, lift the leg. Hold here. Engage the core, firm the belly into the back, reach the right arm forward. Find your breath. Lower the hand, lower the knee, bring your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Come back to your regular breaths. Push back up all fours. Take your right leg back, reach your right arm forward. Reach your left arm forward, lift the leg. So this is called bird dog. Keep the core engaged. Lower, opposite. Left leg back, right arm forward, lift the leg. Lower down. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Left arm forward, right leg back. Lift the right leg. Pause, 3 breaths. Lower hand, lower knee. Straighten left leg, reach right arm forward, lift the leg. Can you rebound up and out of the bottom palm? So you're not hanging into the left shoulder joint. Lower back down, child's pose. We have 1 more left. So, hum. Push down through the hands, come back all fours. Right leg stretches back, left arm forward, lift, 3 breaths. Lower hand, lower knee, other side. Left leg stretches, right arm forward, pause, firm, and lift. Lower hand, lower knee, lower hips down to heels, child's pose. And walk your hands forward, taking an extended child's pose. So the arms are nice and straight. And now lift the elbows off of the mat, lift the forearms off of the mat. Turn the hands slightly outward. So it just means to turn them out just a little bit. Creating space between the shoulders and the neck. Press into all 10 fingers, both palms. Curl your toes underneath you. Lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. And then bend your knees, lower the hips down again. Keep your arms straight and forward. Again, press all 10 fingers into the mat. Press both palms down. curl your toes underneath you, and then lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Push down in the hands. Reach your hips back and allow your heels to be heavy. Take a wide stance here in this down dog, wider than your hips. And now begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Wide Uttanasana, wide forward fold, soft Uttanasana. Release the crown of the head down towards the mat. Release your hands down. And allow your neck just to release, no longer holding up the head for any reason. Grab onto your elbows and sway side to side. Always keeping a micro bend in the knees here. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Release the elbows and take the crossing of the arms, change the crossing of the arms, and then do that again. Sway side to side. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Release the hands. Sway. Bring your hands to your hips. Firm the low belly into the back body. Come up with a long spine. Press down through the feet as you rise up. Nice. Now walk up to the front of your mat. I'm just going to readjust my mat. Sorry. I think I'm going to have to stand. Okay, that works. Okay. So we're going to stand with our feet hip width distance apart. We're going to press down through the feet. We're going to take a half sun salutation. Press down through the feet, hips width distance apart. Lift the thighs. Firm them into the bone. So press the thighs into the femur. Press them back. Notice, look down and see that your kneecaps are lifting. Good. Draw that buttocks flesh down towards the heels. So don't allow the butt to stick out. Draw the buttocks flesh down. Good. This also enables you to really work the core. Another cue is frontal hip bones that are right here protruding. Reach the frontal hip bones up towards the chest. So imagine your hips can go up towards the chest. Excuse me. Hands come down, half sun salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, lower your head down. Bring your hands onto your shins, lift your spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Bring your hands down through heart center. Down by your side, Tadasana. So nice, strong Tadasana. Pressing your feet down into the mat, lifting those thighs up, directing the buttocks flesh down towards the heels, opening up through the collarbones, feeling a slight pinch of the shoulder blades in the back body, just getting a nice broad chest, but not wanting to overdo it because then you can turn into an arching back, right? So we want it to just everything be neutral and balanced here. We'll do that again, half sun salutation A. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, lower the head down. Bring your hands on your shins, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Coming back through heart center and out by your sides, Tadasana. Sorry, I'm not in the greatest space here. Okay, now we're gonna do a full sun salutation A. So again, hips, feet or hips width distance. Lift the inner thigh or lift the thighs up. Sorry, bring your arms out to the side. There's a lot going on in my house, so I can hear all of the things, and so it's a little distracting. Full. Actually, let's take a sun salutation. See, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, lengthen up. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your right foot back. Lower the right leg, flatten out the foot. Draw the navel in, reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Good. Now, really pretend like, remember when we had that block in between our thighs? Pretend like there's now a beach ball in between the thighs and squeeze those thighs together. Scissor the legs together. Keep the core engaged. Keep your shoulders directly above your hips. And maybe we lean into it going forward, keeping the whole unit together, right? Reach the arms up. Bring your right hand down onto the mat. Lift your left arm up. Come into a twist here. We have an option to bend the left arm and place it behind your back, rolling the left shoulder down and back, away from the ear. 3 breaths. Good. Reach the left arm up high, plant it down onto the mat, charge up the back foot, curl the toes under, and then step your left foot back, plank. Shoulders directly above the wrists here. And again, same thing we did earlier when we stretched out our calves, reach the heels back. Good. Draw the flesh of the buttocks down towards the heels. Open up your chest. Lower the knees down, flatten out your toes. Shift forward, bend your elbows slowly for 3, 2, 1. Modified chaturanga. Forehead rests on the mat. Now the tops of the feet, press the tops of the feet down. Let's root down through the tops of the feet. Lift the thighs off the mat. Draw the flesh of the buttocks toward the heels. Inhale, lift your chest up. Baby cobra. So it's not a huge lift, it's just a tiny lift. The ribs are still touching, the bottom ribs are still touching the mat. Exhale, lower. Curl your toes underneath you. Crawl the toes forward. Push the knees down, come up, and then push back, down dog. On an inhale, lift your right leg up. Round your spine as your knee comes into your chest. Step your foot next to your right thumb. Back heel, back knee comes down, pardon, and then flatten out the foot. Again, firm the belly into the back body. Inhale, reach both arms up, Anjaneyasana. Keep scissoring those thighs together. And then feel the sternum reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower the left hand on the inside of the right foot. Reach your right arm up. Don't let this right hip jut out. Keep it into the center of the body. Option, bend the top arm, Place it behind the back and then roll the right shoulder down and back, away from the right ear. Find your breath. So, hum. One more breath. Hand goes down. Curl the back toes underneath you. Low lunge. Step forward. Hands to shins. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Draw the navel in and up. Come up with a long spine. Bring your hands down through heart center. Down by your side. Tadasana. Now close your eyes and feel this pose imprinting in your body, really pressing the feet down into the mat, lifting the kneecaps up, drawing the flesh of the buttocks down to the heels, broadening out through the collarbones, finding a little bit of pinching of the shoulder blades behind you, but nothing excessive so that your chest is rolling forward. It's all equal, all balanced. 3 breaths here. Full sun salutation A. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hands, you can place them on the backs of the calves. Lift the chest forward. Keep the engagement of the core. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step your feet back, plank pose. We were just here. Wrists directly underneath shoulders. Open up the chest as you reach your heels back. 2 more breaths. Lower your knees down, flatten out your toes. Firm the belly into the back body, shift forward, bend your elbows as you graze the sides of your body right next to you. And lower down. Keep drawing the elbows in towards the body. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, baby cobra. Press the elbows into the body. Keep the breath. And then lift the hands off the mat. Find the lift completely from the core. Lower the hands down. Curl your toes underneath you. Walk the toes, walk the feet forward. Either we use the knees to press up to plank, or we use the heels and the core to press up to plank. Shift back down dog. Now you take care of you. 5 breaths here. 5 breaths in down dog. Reaching the hands or pressing the hands down into the mat. Lifting the shoulders away from the ears, rolling the shoulder heads back away from the ears. Lifting the hips up and back, pressing them back, adding all of the weight into the hips, into the legs. And then allowing the heels just to be heavy. Take an inhale, look forward, exhale, hop, hop, or step to the front of the mat. Hands on shins, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Pause. I meant step, step, or hop. Pardon. Draw the navel in and up, and inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Hands down. Down by your side, Tadasana. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down. Step your feet back, plank pose. Now here you have the option to lower the knees down and come into a modified chaturanga, or I can teach classic chaturanga. So working the core, drawing the flesh of the buttocks back towards the heels. Shift forward, bend your elbows, hover here. Keep the elbows grazing the sides of the body. Hover, tops of feet uncurl, and then you push yourself up into an upward facing dog. Notice how I'm still using the core here. I'm not dumping in the low back, and then I press back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Take an inhale, look forward, exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Hands to back of calves, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Bring your hands down through heart center. And down by your sides, Tadasana. We'll step to the front of the mat. We're going to practice our tree pose or Vrikshasana. So again, we're going to press down through the feet, lift the thighs up, level off the hips. So draw the flesh of the buttocks down. From here, you're going to micro bend your right knee and then bring that left heel to your right ankle. Pause. Stabilize. So keep drawing the flesh of the buttocks down. Bring your core in. And then reach your heel up. Wherever it goes, never beside the knee. Press your heel into the thigh, thigh presses back, or wherever your heel is. Bring your hands to heart center. Frontal hip bones go up towards the chest. Find your gaze, find your drishti, something in front of you that's not moving. We're gonna wiggle here. We're gonna sway just like trees, and maybe we reach the palms, the arms up. Hands down through heart center. Knee to center. Lift it up and then lower it back down. And you can bend your knee. Sway your hips side to side just a little. Again, finding Tadasana first. Finding the stability in the pose. Micro bend your right knee. Place your heel against your left ankle. Pause. So this right leg is just tadly, just tiny, externally rotated, right? Meaning it's not here. It's not neutral. This leg is externally rotated out, but it's not going to be extreme to where our frontal hip bones are not equal, they're not pointing forward, it's going to be just a little external rotation here, okay? So draw the flesh of the buttocks down, engage the core, find your balance, find your stability, and then lift your right heel up. Press your heel into the leg as your leg presses back, using the core just as much as you're rolling the buttocks down towards the heels. That is our stability. Also, this standing leg is our stability. Find the hands in heart center. Reach your arms all the way up. Find your drishti, find your gaze point. Bring your hands down to heart. Knee comes in. Lift the knee up and then step it down and then wiggle it out here. Okay. We're going to sit down onto our mat. We're going to come into a little bit of a challenging pose here. But first, we're going to take a Navasana. So it's going to be boat pose. You're going to bring that block in between the thighs. So it's going to be horizontal again, right? You're going to go in between your thighs. Your feet are hips width distance apart, pressing down through the feet, really using the core and the frontal hip bones, again, rolling up towards the chest. On an inhale, lift the legs off the mat, reach the arms forward, palms facing up. Feel the core engage here. So we're really pushing down through the sit bones, not through the tailbone. Breathe. And maybe can we lower the torso back a little more? You feel unbalanced, right? And then can we straighten the legs? Keep pressing in through those. Keep pressing the thighs into the block. And then rebend and really lengthen the spine. That's really the biggest part of this pose. And then lower the feet down. Ready? We're going to do that again. Press the thighs into the block. Lift the feet off of the mat. You know what? Reach the arms up. Keep the spine nice and long, and let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the feet down. Okay. So we're going to place the feet onto the mat. And I suggest we use the block for the first couple of times. Bring your hands and point them behind you. Press down through the feet. And on an inhale, this is called Purvottanasana. Press the feet down, lift the hips up. And then lower back down. Let's take half. So bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're gonna first do half. So lift the hips up, keep the knees bent. Breathe. Keep reaching the frontal hip bones up towards the chest. And then exhale, lower the hips down. We'll do that again with the knees bent. So really press down through all 10 fingers, both circumference of the palms. Press the feet down, lift the hips up. And then keep the elbow slightly micro bent here in this pose if you feel like you're overstretching. You feel like your elbows are going more than straight. And now lower your hips down, and you may have to do some adjusting here with the hands. I put my hands a little too close together, so it's really just behind your right hand behind your right hip, your left hand behind your left hip. I think that's a good guide. And now, this time, we'll straighten our legs here. Straighten the legs and then lift the hips up to full Purvottanasana. And then exhale, lower yourself down. And then we have the option to do the bent one or the straight leg here. So yogi's choice, bring your hands back, right hand behind your right hip. I'm gonna take the half because my elbows tend to hyperextend. That's what I was trying to explain about while I was in the pose, so it was a little much. So they go beyond straight, if you can see this. It goes out, right? So I have a carrying angle, so it's kind of uncomfortable for me, so I have to kind of modify and see what works with my hypermobility. So I'm going to bring my right hand directly behind my right hip, left hand directly behind my left hip, press down through the feet, walk the feet in a little closer since I'm keeping my knees bent, and then lift my hips up. Oh, that's much better. Drawing the hips towards the chest, engaging the tummy, and then exhale, lowering the hips down. Find your breath here. Smooth inhale, smooth exhale. Taking the block out from between the thighs. And now working ourselves into our cool down. So grab your blanket. I like to sit on a blanket because it allows me to sit up straight. We'll first stretch our legs out. Coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Bring your hands. Oh, and Purvottanasana, I didn't give you the translation. It's reverse table. I was also in the pose while I was saying it. So it's kind of, I usually don't practice while I teach, but it's a different shift for me. Bring your hands to the sides of your hips. Flex both feet and find the engagement in the core here. Feel the broadening through the collarbones. Feel the slight protraction or retraction of the shoulder blades. So retraction meaning that the shoulder blades are closer together, and protraction is that the shoulder blades are away from each other. So this is kind of a really balanced shoulder blade position actually. So it's neither too protracted or too retracted. Feel the opening in the chest. And then slowly bend your right knee into your chest. Keep the length in the spine. Place your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and exhale, twist over to your right. Bring the left elbow on the outside of the thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine up. Exhale, from the pit of the navel, twist to your right. Keep going. Inhale, lengthen. And if you also need a block or a lift underneath your right hand, do so, please. Inhale, spine lifts. Exhale, slightly twist from the navel. Inhale, come back to center. Lower the right knee down. Left knee comes in. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, twist to your left. Elbow on the outside of the knee. Lengthen the spine. And then from the pit of the navel, twist to your left. Keep going. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, navel to spine twist. Come back to center. Lower your left leg. And take the soles of the feet together. Knees fan out. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. I guess I could do this towards you, facing you. Lengthen up. And exhale, fold over. And allow your elbows to press down onto your thighs, onto your knees, whatever. Allowing gravity to do its magical work here. Feel that breath. So, hum. Crawl your hands back towards your hips. Close your thighs. And we'll lower off of our lift, our blanket. Lowering our backs onto the mat. Pardon the weight. I just wanted to move the props. Take your feet hips width distance apart. Lift your right ankle, right leg, and place it onto your left thigh. Open up this right thigh by slightly pressing the right thigh towards the front of the room, away from you. You can stay here if this is a stretch, or you can lift your left leg and then option to interlace behind the left thigh. Keep flexing through that right foot. You can always bring the right elbow, pressing it into the right inner thigh, pushing it away from your chest, away from your body. And slowly release the interlace, lower the left foot down, keep this leg unit, and let's roll onto our left hip, coming into a twist, placing the right foot down onto the floor. Option to reach the right ankle with the left hand. You can take the right arm out in a half T. Relaxing the left hip, the left thigh. When you're ready, come back to center. Lower the right foot. Lift your left, cross the ankle over to the right. Pause here. Slowly push the left thigh away from you. You could stay here if this is enough, or you could lift your right foot. And then you can interlace behind the right thigh. Keep the left foot flexed. And again, you can press the left thigh away from you using the left elbow. Slowly release the interlace. Place your right foot down and roll onto your right hip, placing the left foot down onto the floor. Grabbing the right ankle if you would like with your right hand, taking your left arm out. Relaxing the right hip, the right leg. When you're ready, come back to center. Release the left foot down. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And we'll grab on the outside edges of the feet, coming into happy baby here and pressing the low back down. Rocking side to side here. Being playful with this happy baby. Maybe extending one leg and then extending the other, maybe extending both. Rocking back and forth. Bring your knees into your chest. Lift your head off your mat and squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. And exhale, release the head, release the arms, the legs. Coming into your Shavasana, maybe even grabbing that blanket, placing it underneath your head. Allowing the body to melt down into the mat. No longer controlling the breath or controlling any body parts. Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take your arms up overhead and get a nice stretch from top to bottom. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side. Pause in fetal position. Use your top hand to press yourself up to seated. Keeping your eyes closed or a soft gaze down to your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Find something you're grateful for. Inhale, lift the sternum, lift the chest. Exhale, lower into your heart. Thumbs pressing into the chest reminds us that we all come from pure love. Thumbs rise up to meet our lips, reminding us to speak words of love. The knuckles of the thumbs press in between the eyebrows to remind us that we're all connected through the same pure love. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me, and thank yourself for showing up to your mat. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good day.